World War II veterans came home to ticker tape parades, crowds lining the streets, a grateful nation. Vietnam veterans came home alone. That was not an accident. It was policy. The military rotated soldiers individually, not as units, not together. One man at a time. You finished your tour, you got on a plane, and 36 hours later you were standing in an American airport in uniform with nowhere to go. No decompression, no counseling, no transition support, no unit to process the war with, just a bus ticket and a handshake. Veterans described landing in San Francisco or Seattle and being told to change out of their uniforms before leaving the airport. Not for their protection, to avoid the protests, to keep the war invisible. Some were met with hostility, called baby killers, spat on. The men who had spent a year in the jungle came home to a country that wanted to pretend they didn't exist. The government that sent them offered almost nothing on the other end. The original GI Bill benefits for Vietnam veterans were significantly weaker than those offered to World War II veterans. Less education support, less housing assistance, less everything. It took until 1979 for the first Vietnam Veterans Outreach Centers to open. 4 years after the war ended, it took until 1982 for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial to be built, and the government fought the funding for it. It took until 2012 for an official Vietnam War commemoration program to launch. 37 years after Saigon fell, America sent these men to war at 19 years old, then handed them a bus ticket and looked the other way. Drop a comment if you think Vietnam veterans deserved better. Follow for more Vietnam War truths they never taught you in school.